deals. I think West Virginia was trying to make one with anybody they could, or Virginia last night was trying to make one with anyone they could to upset Louisville, but their defense could not hold two big plays in the last, 7 minutes of that game, where Virginia, for the first part of it, was really taking it to Louisville, who's on, they're about to do, they're on the precipice of doing something amazing in the first year under Jeff Brohm, and here they were last night about to do it, and then big play, and Virginia loses it. I really do hope that Tony Elliott is given time to figure out who he is as a head coach there, because you can see some good things. Last year, you have to give Virginia a total that was especially the way that the year ended and all of that. But you have to, but they've shown some signs of life here lately, beating North Carolina and. Growth would be the better term, but growth, they've shown that. And so I kind of hope they do, because I think he's going to be a really excellent head coach. And he's a great, do yourself a favor and read about Tony Elliott and where he came from and what he's been through in his life to get where he is. It's a great story. So I'm hoping that for his sake, for Virginia, that they give them the time to figure that out. 'Cause I think he can, and I'll just tell you, Clemson hasn't been the same since he's been gone.
No, not at all.
So, and part of that was probably getting the kind of the big playmakers that they were before. So Virginia is not a classic football power, but I think that the way that the college football is moving, things can open up, and Louisville is the good example of that. They're a very good athletic department. Outside of when they get, rocked with several controversies at once. The Patino thing that all happened, and then the Papa John's thing that kind of overlapped it, even though they don't really have anything to do with it other than taking his money. But all that kind of overlapped at once for Louisville that they had to deal with because, hey, you took all this guy's money and he's really a terrible guy. And then and then they're like, well, we didn't know that.
That's how most of it works anyway. All the money gets from terrible people.
Yeah, all right, look, do you want us to go through all the big money people and terrible things they've done? Then all the universities and all the world are going to have to give back money because they've all taken money from people who've got morally questionable things that they've done. And so they've had great basketball teams. Great championship winning basketball teams under several coaches. They've had good football teams. Good. They've had Heisman Trophy winner Lamar Jackson very recently. They've had. I would never call them a great football program. They're not.
They're always there. They're in the mix.
But they're an athletic department that's usually done pretty well and is usually has done things. And when they finally started listening to their people, usually I've said this before, the fans are wrong. If you guys have picked the coach at LSU or the Commanders or whatever, you probably make the wrong decision, Gary.
Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure that if the Red Sox left it up to me to build the roster, I would get 80% of the way there and then wreck it.
Right.
That's at best. I could get 80% of the way there when really realistically it's 50. They'd make me in charge of the Red Sox, and I would make a couple really big moves. Paul, this Catalina guy, where has he been? World Series after World Series, it's coming. And we're going to be the 27 Yankees. And then I would make a move that was just that was a fan move.
But I think you would do better than the Mookie Betts thing.
They'd have to pry Mookie Betts out of my cold, dead hands. That's what they'd have to do. Absolutely. So, I think that there's a lot of, I just realized I should have been looking at this camera the whole time.
I've been switching back.
Okay.
We're good.
But I think that there's huge potential at Louisville. And in the new era of college athletics, you don't have to worry about a 5 to 7 year rebuild. You can do it if you do it right, and you can win 12-team play. Right now, 12-team playoff. Louisville's in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So they are built maybe not for this year because and this is admittedly a little biased. As good as they've been, I don't think they're going to beat Florida State in Charlotte in 3 weeks.
No, especially not if they play the way they did last night. I mean, and credit to really Virginia's defense early on, creating the turnovers that led to the touchdowns. Now they completely collapsed down the stretch and let Louisville win. But, yeah, no, I think Louisville is in position to do good. I think they also are in a unique area where you can recruit Tennessee, you can recruit Ohio. Like, the proximity to all these places, you can get a lot of the guys that are overlooked or whatever. And then when you have an established guy like Brohm, like, why wouldn't you want to go play for him? And even, like, the as far as, like, basketball goes, you get to go play in the Yum Center? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, it's a good setup there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's fantastic. Yeah, it is. It's a great setup.